KLEK 1 to 2.5 forecast. A 40-50% coverage of showers and thunderstorms today and tonight. A blend of sun and clouds today, mostly cloudy tonight. 85 to 90 for the high, 70 for the low. Those showers and thunderstorms will continue Saturday, Sunday, and Memorial Day. The best chance of rain will be Saturday, and the high temperatures Saturday, Sunday, and Monday should be in the 80s to near 90. Jonesboro, that's your KLEK 1 to 2.5 FM weather.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Harvey Weinstein's walked into a New York police station over sexual misconduct charges. Australia and the Netherlands say they'll hold Russia legally responsible for the downing of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 in 2014. Legal cases are already being filed against Facebook, Google, WhatsApp and Instagram under the European Union's new data protection rules, and North Korea says it is ready to talk at any time in any form, despite Donald Trump cancelling a summit.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
KLEK 102.5 FM, good morning to you on your Friday. It's the Friday before Memorial Day, May 25th, 2018, and we have a very special guest in the studio today. Joining us today is Mr. Tommy Baker, and he is with Jonesboro Health and Rehab, and they are putting on an event that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. It's the 6th annual Arkansas Antique Car Show, and if you like me and you like old school cars, then this is definitely an event for you. It's going to be June 9th, 2018 from 10 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. They're going to have food, fun, and entertainment for the entire family. It looks like they got some sponsors here on the bottom. Extended Family Enterprises, Absolute Care Management Corporation, Jonesboro Health and Rehabilitation, Dirksen Hospice, Unity Health, Morningside of Jonesboro, Delta Medical, and Elite Health Medical Care. So, all right, Mr. Baker, how you doing today?
I'm doing absolutely great.
All right, so just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and about your organization.
Well, Jonesboro Health and Rehab has been serving the community of Jonesboro, Arkansas, for over 25 years, and we provide subacute inpatient rehab, cardiac recovery, orthopedic rehab, wound healing, and many more services. One service I do want to harp on is our Alzheimer's and dementia safe haven. They would have many people in the community doesn't know much about the safe haven, but what it is a unit where dementia and Alzheimer residents, we service them with private dining, specialized social and activities program, specialized staff with training and quality care. Pretty much, if your family member have a diagnosis of dementia and Alzheimer, and the behaviors are progressive, we're skilled to care for them. Okay,
so where does the rehab part come in at?
The rehab is pretty much outpatient, inpatient, and therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and we also have speech, if I didn't say speech. We have just wide variety of services to provide for the families that coming from the hospitals, and sometimes even from home.
Okay, so this is not like a drug rehab?
No, sir. It's just physical therapy, occupation, and speech.
All right, so let's get into the car show. Now, this is the 6th year that the car show has taken place. Were you around from the beginning?
Well, this is actually my first run on this. Wyvon Sutton was the business development director before myself. I came to Jonesboro Health and Rehab last year in October, and she just passed the keys to me and said, "Here you go."
Put it together, huh?
Yes, sir. But she paved the way. She left a lot of information where a paper trail where I can start. All these vendors that we have listed on here has played a pivotal role in getting this program or getting this show on the road.
All right, we're speaking with Tommy Baker of Jonesboro Health and Rehab. We're talking about the 6th annual Arkansas Antique Car Show. We got Kabila on our live feed. She says hello.
Hey, Kabila, how you doing?
I'm sure she's pinked out and giving out pink sugar kisses all throughout the land. All right, so let's talk about the show itself. This is an antique car show. So what are some of the cars that people can expect, some of the old schools?
Well, they have, I know they have a 1935 Chevrolet coming in, Corvettes, Mustang. They have a variety of vehicles that's coming in, and I just can't wait to see it. I know they're gonna have it look like on the flyer we have this Beetle, the Bug on there.
Did y'all ever play the No Slug Bug? Or as some people call it, Punch Buggy or Punch Beetle or something.
Well, you got me beat on that one.
Well, I know me and my clique, we used to do that. I was just wondering.
I got you. I have to Google that.
Yeah. But you know, when it comes to these antique car shows, you know, it's actually very neat to see these vehicles because, you know, a lot of these old school cars were actually made out of iron, and so you don't have as many of them around because a lot of them are just rusted, or they're so rusty that they can't be restored. So that there are actually people out there that was able to preserve and keep their cars in mint condition so that they could be able to show them off. I know off the air you mentioned, I think you knew somebody with a 1935 Ford truck, and the only thing they had to do is like change out the shifter.
That's it.
Is that truck going to be in the show?
That truck is going to be in the show. It's fire engine red, and I can't wait for him to bring it out. He's been working on it quite a while.
It's going to definitely be something to look forward to. Now, is it only just cars and trucks? Are there any other types of old school vehicles that may be in the show?
Well, it's not exclusive to just antique cars. There will be some more up-to-date vehicles as well that are collectors. But we're just more focused on the antique car shows, and we got to have the antique car show. That's where it all began.
Well, definitely. And where's the event going to take place at?
Well, it's going to be on 1705 Ladderette Drive, and for many that are directionally
challenged,
it's down the street from the Social Security office. If everyone knows that is South Caraway, and we're on the left-hand side.
All right. So, what does this event mean to the community?
This event is quite a. It was, like I said, the business development director before me's baby, and it means a lot to me personally, just because, you know, without the elders, what would we know? Or how would we know where we come from? You know, and to the community, I believe that if everyone comes out and see where we come from, as far as the vehicles standpoint, then you'll have a greater appreciation for where we are now.
And to add to that, I think the kids will really enjoy it. I mean, just to see vehicles that were like several generations from before they were even born. You know, stuff that some of these vehicles came out even before their parents and grandparents were born. And plus, just because the technology has evolved so much, you know, like the earlier vehicles, you know, they had carburetors, and, you know, and for those young people that may not know it, if you open the hood of your car, you know, if your car had a carburetor, it's like this big little round thing that was on top of where you actually put your air filter.
Correct.
And now you have vehicles that are fuel injected. Now, you know, you've got hybrids and electric vehicles, and so the technology has just evolved so much. And another thing that has evolved with vehicles is the safety of the vehicles. If you look on YouTube it's a video, I think it was a car made from the 60s in a 2009 Malibu, and they actually crashed them against each other. You know, kind of the old saying is that the older cars were stronger because they were all iron. But when they did this crash test, the old school car was folded up pretty much from the front bumper to like where the driver was, and the new school car, it was crumpled up. But the way that they designed it, most of the engine just kind of dropped. They put like what's called crumple zones in them, so that most of the impact would be absorbed by the engine and instead of the passenger. Because like they had a camera mounted on the inside of each vehicle, and on the old school, basically the engine was pretty much pushed into the driver.
Wow.
So if that had been a real person, that driver wouldn't have been able to survive. Anyway, I'm getting off into other tangents. Getting back into the show, is there a fee to attend?
This is absolutely a free event. Like I said, the vendors on the flyer made this happen. We just work with them to make sure that we allow the community to enjoy themselves without having to worry about any monetary requirement.
And let me read off these sponsors once again so that we can definitely show them some love and appreciation. Extended Family Enterprises, Absolute Care Management Corporation, Jonesboro Health and Rehabilitation, Dirksen Hospice, Unity Health, Morningside of Jonesboro, Delta Medical, and Elite Medical Care. So thank you to all of those sponsors for making this event happen. Now, will there also be tours of the facility? Will people be able to check out Jonesboro Health and Rehab during the show?
Most definitely. Typically, I do the tours and we schedule them, but on this day, if any family member wants to do a tour of our facility, just pull me aside, or any one of our administrative team members will be able to take you around and show you and answer any questions that you have concerning our services and the facility itself.
All right, well, there you have it. So tours will be available at the facility. I want to shout out to Dr. Sharice Jones Branch. Appreciate you, Dr. Branch, for being on our live feed. Now, we are speaking with Tommy Baker of Jonesboro Health and Rehab, talking about the 6th annual Arkansas Antique Car Show. Now, I'm looking on the flyer. It says food, fun, and entertainment. So, folks love to eat. So, what kind of food y'all gonna have out there?
We're not gonna go with your typical hamburgers and hot dogs, but you have to come out and see what we have.
Oh, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Gotcha.
And we're expecting to have a bouncy house, so bring your children out. If you don't want to sit around the house on a Saturday morning, the event is from 10 to 2, so just come out and enjoy yourself.
All right. And what about for the entertainment?
Entertainment, we expect to have a live DJ, and one of my coworkers is working on getting a band there as well, so that's still in the work.
Okay, so definitely a DJ and possibly a band. So
most definitely.
So you're gonna have some good music. You're gonna have bounce houses for the kids, and gonna have Tommy's secret surprise recipe.
There you go.
So it is going down. It's the 6th annual Arkansas Antique Car Show.
And if I also may add,
go ahead.
Healthware will be there as well.
What is Healthware?
Healthware is a scrub provider in town, and they tend to have discounts on scrubs. So if you're looking for scrubs as well, they'll have their setup out there as well. And a jewelry vendor will be out there as well. So they'll want your services.
All right. And do y'all need any volunteers, anyone to help make sure that everything runs smoothly?
Now, we do have staff that's going to help. However, we're not shy to ask for any further help. I did ask some of the brothers of my fraternity to come out as well.
Shout out to the IOTAs.
Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. And they're going to come out as well. So I call out all Greeks to come out and fellowship as well and give a helping hand.
Never know. Get enough Greeks out there, might get a little miniature stroll.
That might be part of the entertainment too.
There you go. Also, our pets welcome.
Hello?
Our pets welcome.
Pets. Most definitely. Even in our facility, we have families that bring therapy dogs out. The only thing is they can't spend the night.
Okay. And I'm assuming you would prefer to be on a leash.
On a leash, most definitely within city limits.
Okay, so yeah, as long as you got them on a leash, they're good to go. Now, even though this is a free event, are you all looking to use this as a fundraiser as well? Will you all accept donations at the event?
We will accept donations most definitely for the cause, and it'll go towards any further activities department at our facility.
All right, so what kind of feedback have you gotten about the car show, just from talking to people in the community, getting the word out? What kind of feedback have you gotten?
Well, actually, a lot of the people that work there, they've pushed me because honestly, at first I was kind of reluctant on putting this show on. I didn't.
And why is that? Why were you reluctant?
I was reluctant because with me being new in that position, coming in, taking over someone else's baby without any guidance, it was kind of a fearful thing for me, and I didn't know whether it was going to be a crash or a success. So I was reluctant.
Well, obviously, the lady that gave you charge of this had enough faith in you to do that. And plus, now you get the opportunity, since the torch has been passed, to, put your own little spin on it. I'm sure that, you're going to use a lot of the ideas that she did in the past, but, you can kind of modify it just a little bit, not completely blow it up, but,
right.
Add a little extra to it to make sure that the event is a success. So I'm sure after this one's over, you'll take a chance to assess, what was good, what was not so good, and make it even better for next year. So what are some things you would like to see years down the road for the car show?
Well, I would like to see, after, seeing what's provided this year, this will be my first one attending. So I would like to see more modern cars coming in as well, but not get away from the antique name and the antique background. Mm-hmm. More of your Maseratis and stuff like that as well, because we do have antique collectors. Let me reiterate, collectors. Let me say that, not more modern, but collector vehicles, such as your Maserati and your Corvettes and so on and so forth. And hopefully it'll be a greater turnout. I think last year was 200 people that came out, and hopefully it'll turn into a bigger event to where we'll get more feedback, more people coming in.
Once again, we are speaking with Tommy Baker of Jonesboro Health and Rehab. The 6th Annual Arkansas Antique Car Show, it is going to take place June 9th, 2018 from 10 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock a.m. They're going to have food. It's a secret what the food is, but he promises it's going to be good. They're going to have...
He's trying to pull it out of me.
Yeah, well, no. I'm trying to hype it up. I'm playing hype man. So they're going to have fun. They're going to have the bounce house available. They're going to have entertainment. They do have a DJ confirmed. Do you know who the DJ is?
DJ Q.
DJ Q. All right, so DJ Q is going to be out there, and they're working on a band. The band is not confirmed yet, and this is going to take place on the Jonesboro Health and Rehab property, which is 1705 La Tourette in Jonesboro, and it's fun for the whole family. And once again, let me name the sponsors, which is Extended Family Enterprises, Absolute Care Management Corporation, Jonesboro Health and Rehabilitation, Dirksen Hospice, Unity Health, Morningside of Jonesboro, Delta Medical, and Elite Medical Care. And of course, if you want more information, that number is 870-935-7570. Again, that's 870-935-7570. The 6th Annual Arkansas 7550. I'm sorry.
There you go.
All right, so the next question is, are there going to be awards or recognitions given? Do y'all have categories?
Yes, that's part of our interaction and entertainment as well. Mm-hmm. We're going to allow the crowd to judge the various vehicles. We have a first place, second place, and third place trophy that's going to be awarded.
So is this just an overall, or would it be categories?
Now that I hadn't dug deep into it. I'm glad you asked that question. So
one thing you could do, you could maybe get a prize for the oldest vehicle.
Okay.
Or maybe the best interior or best paint job. Maybe have a car division or a truck division. You could probably look up information on other car shows, see what kind of awards that they've given out for those.
Definitely, I'm jotting that down.
And would it be a prize awarded for it? Well, you mentioned a trophy. Would it be any other prizes?
At the moment, that's what we have in place is first, second, third place trophies.
But maybe perhaps in the future, maybe to even attract more people, maybe, I guess, especially if you get more sponsors, maybe you could do a cash prize or some other kind of deal to entice people to enter as well.
Most definitely.
All right, well, it definitely looks like it's going to be a great and fun event. Definitely looking forward to it. I'm going to have to make sure that I stop through there myself. Will people be allowed to climb inside the cars and take pictures?
Now that I will find out, and I'll get back with you and let you know.
Okay. Well, because I'm sure the kids may want to do that.
Most definitely.
And I'm sure you may even see some of these, I guess depending on who the owners of the vehicles are, some of them may even crank the cars up, let you see them run, and they're probably not going to let you drive them, but they'll let you.
Oh, no.
But, they'll probably let you crank them up, hear the engine run, lift the hood up.
Well, I did ask my next door neighbor if when he get it the way he needed, I want to drive it down the street or two. I never had that luxury of driving an old school vehicle.
I haven't either. I had a cousin in Atlanta who, that's what he does. He fixes them. I actually haven't talked to him in a few years, but I think it would actually be cool to drive in old school. Some of those old schools, they have the drivers, the steering wheel is on the right side, so.
Wow.
So that can be a challenge right there. Are you all still accepting entries for vehicles?
Most definitely. And if you want to get involved, just give me a call. My personal cell is 870-340-1660.
All right, give it to him one more time.
870-340-1660.
All right, there you have it. The 6th Annual Arkansas Antique Car Show, June 9th, 2018, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We are speaking with Mr. Tommy Baker of Jonesboro Health and Rehab. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more. It's the Community Conversation on KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
How well do you and your spouse communicate? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. It amazes me how much I'm still learning each day. Just when I think I've made some great progress, I mess up and realize I'm still far from being the kind of husband I want to be. But after 25 years of marriage to my wife, Susan, I've discovered a thing or two about how to communicate well. So here's what I've learned about communicating with my wife. First, communicate gently. Because I'm a recovering attorney, Susan sometimes ends up feeling like she's being interrogated by me on the witness stand. So I've learned to pull back and talk in a more gentle tone. For the full list of things I've learned about communicating with my wife, visit markmerrill.com. Remember, your family first.
The Family Minute with Mark Merrill, helping families love well.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
KLEK 102.5 FM will host our first annual Juneteenth celebration, Saturday, June 16th, starting at 10 a.m. at University Heights Lions Club Park by Success School in North Jonesboro. There will be speakers providing educational information, performances by local dance teams, poets, and musicians, along with food, bounce houses, and games for the whole family to enjoy. We would love for the community as a whole to be a part of this celebration. If you would like to be a part of our Juneteenth celebration, visit our website, klekfm.org, or call us at 870-203-9951. The KLEK Juneteenth celebration is sponsored by St. Bernard's, the Multicultural Center of Arkansas State University, Bancorp South, Jonesboro Police Department DARE, and Spacewalk of Jonesboro.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyers.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Victoria Evans. I have always had a desire to help others in need and to be an example and role model to young women by encouraging them to never give up on their dreams. My dream was to become a police officer and to serve my community. In 2016, that dream became a reality, and it is the most rewarding experience of my life. Now I want to let you know about the same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing every month for patrol officers. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com or at the Police Department, 1001 South Caraway Road. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information is available at 870-935-5657.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, is a customer-focused bank that provides a broad range of commercial and retail banking and related financial services to businesses, investors, individuals, and municipalities. Centennial Bank has 9 locations in Northeast Arkansas. 870-268-2300. www.my100bank.com.
The key to making this station even better could be parked in your driveway right now. Donate your old car to us, you'll get a tax deduction, and we'll tow it away for free.
Go to klekfm.org for more information.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with our guest, Mr. Tommy Baker. He is with Jonesboro Health and Rehab, and we are talking about the 6th Annual Arkansas Antique Car Show. The car show is going to take place June 9th, 2018 from 10 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. There's going to be food, fun. Going to have the bounce houses. They're going to have entertainment. They got DJ Q. It's going to be out there, and they're working on a live band as well. The band has not been confirmed yet. This is going to take place at Jonesboro Health and Rehab, which is located at 1705 Lazaret here in Jonesboro. And the phone number is 870-935. What'd you say the last 4 words? It was
7550.
7550. And the sponsors, once again, are Extended Family Enterprises, Absolute Care, Jonesboro Health and Rehabilitation, Dirksen Hospice, Unity Health, Morningside of Jonesboro, and Delta Medical and Elite Medical Care. So if you love old school vehicles, there are definitely going to be plenty of old school vehicles out there. And come out so you can see the technology that goes into these vehicles. See, not only that, but see a little bit of history. I mean, these vehicles were from, as they say, back in the day. So you can actually kind of see a taste of how things were back then. So not only will you get an opportunity to enjoy yourself and look at the vehicles, enjoy some food, enjoy the entertainment, but you actually get to learn some things as well. So, Mr. Baker, let's talk about the vision of this car show. What do you hope to ultimately accomplish by putting on this event?
Well, I hope to accomplish one. This car show is going to bring a broad variety of people together, and I'm really a stickler on unity. So just putting this show on alone will, I hope to in the future bring the community of Jonesboro together for one common goal, and that's unity.
Okay, and let's kind of get back into Jonesboro Health and Rehab. I'm sure that this event, one of the goals of this event is also to bring attention to your facility. So again, for those who may not have caught us on the first segment, let's talk about what services that you all offer.
Well, we're a skilled nursing and long-term facility, and we provide round-the-clock nursing care 7 days a week. We have RN supervisors, certified nursing assistants, and we have ongoing training. One thing that I spoke of earlier was about our Alzheimer and dementia safe haven that we have. It's a unit for dementia and Alzheimer residents that have progressive behaviors.
Okay.
With that disease.
Okay. Now, what are the payment options? Because you may have some people who are elderly, and they may be on a fixed income. They may have limited resources. Would they be able to afford to be to use your facility?
Most definitely. The payment options, we do take Medicaid, Medicare, and private pay, and that's pretty much funded. Medicaid is funded through the state. Private pay is a $174 rate daily if they want to come in private pay.
Okay, so basically, if you are on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, they can work with you if you need to use their services. Do you all have a referral process?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm the business development director of the referrals as well. So, like I gave my cell phone out earlier, just give me a call with the referral. And
we'll give it again for those who may have just be tuning in.
My cell phone's 870-340-1660. And any referral that you have, you can just fax it to us at 870-931-0093.
Okay, and if a person decides to utilize your services, how does the intake process work?
Well, the way the intake process works is first we receive the referral that I asked you to send me. We get it clinically reviewed and financially reviewed just to see if the resident fits our criteria.
And what is that criteria?
Criteria just depending on the diagnosis that they have from wide varieties. It can be they're coming in just strictly for therapy, then we can get their referral, review it for the therapy, make sure that we have all the tools that we need to provide those services for them. So once we get that approved clinical approved, then we go to the financial side and make sure that they have a payer source, and that's any insurance from Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, any managed care. We can receive that. We just don't have a contract with Humana at the moment.
Okay. Is there a time limit in which a person could use the facility?
Well, you have the options of long-term or short-term or respite. And we also have a hospice contract with Dirksen Hospice. I will say that it's up to the family how long they want their family member to be in our facility. Some long-term is anywhere from 6 months to a year plus, and short-term is anywhere from a week to 6 months.
Okay, and just for a moment, let's kind of get back into the car show. Let's talk about the process of securing sponsors. When you approached your sponsors about the event, were they receptive? Did you get some pushback? I mean, you got a lot of sponsors here, but what was that process like?
Well, that process was pretty smooth. I had a little help. Yvonne Sutton, she's the business development director of Unity Health, and out of Newport, and she's over multiple facilities. She was the business development director before me. So what happened was my connections and her connections came together, and they were agreeable to help us fund this event.
Are you all still accepting sponsors?
Yes, most definitely. Being that we do have these T-shirts already made, we're not able to put the sponsor on the T-shirt. However, we are open to receive a donation.
Okay, and are the sponsors going to have tables set up at the event passing out information about their services?
We have tables set up. It's just not exclusive to any vendor in particular. They can just come out and enjoy the fun. Now they can, if they want, set up a booth for themselves as well, just to pass out their information.
Okay, and of course, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun. What are you most looking forward to from the show?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to being interactive with a variety of people. I'm a people's person. I love to meet all new types of people and provide any information that I can give them if they're needing the resources that I have. So I just look forward to the fun, get my kids out. I have 3 children. They're all 7, 6, and 5 years old, so they're stair-steppers. And they're always looking for something to do, and that'll give my wife a chance to get a break.
Okay, so have you talked about this car show with them, with the kids?
Oh, most definitely. My wife and my children are even now listening to the radio station.
Well, go ahead and shout them out.
Hello, Veronica. This is my wife, Veronica, of 8 years, and best friend of mine, and Victoria, Elizabeth, and Jeremiah.
All right, well, shout out to your wife and kids. Now, what are the kids looking forward to seeing the most?
Oh, bouncy house, man.
Oh,
most definitely.
So forget the cars. We want the bouncy house.
Man, bouncy house. Now, it'll be a time, what all parents do when you want to make your children pay attention. You'll pull them away from the fun and show them your ancestors, or show them the antique vehicles where we come from.
Well, I believe once they see those old schools nice and shined up and detailed and polished up, they're going to be curious.
Most definitely.
They're going to be curious, especially, when some of these owners crank these cars up and, you can hear them running and seeing all the features that they have. Because one of the things that you can show your kids is, believe it or not, air conditioning was not always a standard feature in vehicles. It's just something that's probably been like maybe past 30, 40 years. But there was a time when, especially the early vehicles, didn't have AC. You had to actually specifically order it and pay, extra just to get AC installed in it. And when I mean no AC, there's no vents, no compressor, no anything. Your AC was roll the window down.
Better have some good deodorant,
right? But that's just one of the things that people, especially the younger generation, may not realize about the difference in video. And of course, air conditioning with vehicles. I've mentioned something else. A lot of the earlier vehicles, only had AM radios because FM hadn't been invented yet. So, like you mentioned, like that 1935 Ford truck. Well, if he said it's still intact, so the radio in it most likely only has AM in it, And of course, some of my older listeners that are listening may remember when radios had 8-track tapes. Now, when I was growing up, radios had cassettes, but I actually do remember vehicles that actually had like about 4 or 5 buttons, and you would push the button, and that would kind of move the little radio dial along. Now, you got vehicles with Bluetooth, aux jacks, USB drives, navigation system, XMs, satellite radio, all of this stuff built into it. So again, the car show is just to show how technology has evolved. It's a lot that you can learn, from just looking at these vehicles and just seeing how they were made. Like even with the construction of the vehicles, a lot of these earlier vehicles were made of, iron, and then eventually they went to steel. Now you have vehicles that are made out of mostly aluminum and fiberglass.
Alloy, most definitely.
Again, it's so much history, so much that you can learn just from looking at these vehicles that you may not even realize. And who's to say 20, 30 years from now how vehicles are going to be? They're probably not going to be anything like what we have now. Case in point, we're getting into autonomous vehicles that drive themselves. Basically, vehicles, it'll probably get to a point where you'll basically climb in, you'll type in the address of where you want to go, and sit back in the car, take you there.
Most definitely.
So
they're even flying now.
Yes, so just gotta stay tuned. But that's the future. This is the 6th annual Arkansas Antique Car Show, June 9th, 2018, from 10 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Food, fun, and entertainment fun for the whole families. It's taking place at Jonesboro Health and Rehab. Let me go ahead and get the flyer back on the live feed. 1705 La Tourette, Jonesboro, Arkansas. Phone number for information is 870-935-7550. Again, that's 870-935-7550. And once again, the sponsors are Extended Family Enterprises, Absolute Care, Management Corporation, Jonesboro Health and Rehabilitation, Dirksen Hospice, Unity Health, Morningside of Jonesboro, Delta Medical, and Elite Medical Care. And we definitely want to thank the sponsors. Have you reached out to any of the schools? I know schools are getting out now, but during the process of promoting this, did you reach out to the schools to let the kids know in the various schools around town that this event will be taking place?
I have not been able to get out to the schools. The only schooling I've been doing is my kids' graduations.
Yeah, I got you. But that may be a good idea for next year. Get the information out to the schools.
Duly noted.
To get the kids. Of course, one thing also you can do now is the churches. And let's invite all of the local churches around town to check out the event, because this is something that the entire family can enjoy. It's family friendly, good, clean, and educational fun as well.
Most definitely.
And again, you're going to see a variety of vehicles. You're going to see cars. You're going to see trucks. Maybe see an old school motorcycle or two if someone brings one out.
Right.
So you definitely just got to. You just definitely got to check this out. It's going to be a good time for all. I'm gonna put it on my calendar, because I'm going to. Now, I want to see some of the old schools myself. Cause I'm a big. Are y'all gonna have a Fred Sanford truck out there?
Now, I haven't seen a Fred Sanford truck yet, but hey.
And if y'all don't know what that is, just look up Sanford and Son. We can sing that. But that kind of brings me to another thing. There are actually a lot of famous cars in history that you see at events like this. Another one that kind of comes to my mind is I believe it was a Trans Am from Knight Rider.
Yeah.
I remember that vehicle. What was the one from the Dukes of Hazzard? The General Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what year and model that is, but vehicles have always been a part of American culture.
Most definitely.
And so some of these vehicles that you may have seen on some of these older TV shows, there might be something similar out there to this car show. So
most definitely.
And if somebody wants to be a part of this in any other way, are you all accepting that?
Most definitely.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, this is for the entire family. It's a good event, and I can't stress enough that you all need to come out and support it so that they can keep this event going. You had a point?
I do want to add that this car show, you did ask me about my vision. Mm-hmm. Do want to change the whole perspective of how individuals view long-term care or nursing.
Let's definitely talk about that.
Right, because that's a dynamic that this car show is part of that change as well. Because back in the day, my mom and my family didn't want to go into a nursing home, but nursing homes aren't that bad if they have the activities such as what we're speaking of right now. Mm-hmm. To get families involved. They felt like back in the day, you just dump your family member in there and you get treated any kind of way and you hate it.
And you're right, that is a stigma that that if you put them in a long-term care facility, that you basically abandon them, because I felt that way. My grandmother had to be in a long-term care unit, and of course my mom and myself, we stayed with her around the clock. But we were able to, but not everyone has that luxury. And then there's also the concern of, nursing home abuse and neglect. So what steps do your facility take to ensure that the residents are treated properly?
Well, we don't tolerate abuse at all. So we most definitely, everyone that's employed there are reporters. And if you see abuse, whether it's verbal, physical, whatever the abuse may be, we do ask that you report it to either myself or anyone that's part of the administrative team.
Are there cameras in the facility, or is any system in place to check on the patients daily for things such as bed sores or marks or anything like that?
Well, part of our service is that we do have wound care, wound healing nurse, so therefore we do ask that the nurses turn the residents every so often, and there are cameras in various locations, and the cameras do work, most definitely.
Well, yeah, because we definitely want to ensure that our senior citizens are taken care of. I remember Mayor Perrin said that one way that you can tell about a city is one, how you treat your young people with your schools, and two, how you treat your elderly and also those who are deceased in the cemeteries. And that's what people actually look at when they think about coming to town, opening up a factory or starting a business. How they treat your kid, how they treat the youngest among you and the oldest among you, because those are your most vulnerable populations. And if you don't have any regard or for their well-being, then that kind of says a lot of what you think about your able-bodied citizens. So
correct. Most definitely.
Just something to ponder on. I'm going to get ready to go to break. We are talking about the 6th Annual Arkansas Antique Car Show, June 9th, 2018, 10 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. It's going down at Jonesboro Health and Rehab, 1705 Latourette Drive in Jonesboro. You're going to see lots of great old school cars. We're going to do our wrap-up when we come back from the break. Don't go anywhere. This is KLEK on 2.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. A good financial planner can be an invaluable asset to your wealth building efforts, but be ready to do what it takes to find the right professional for your needs. Start with getting referrals from friends, relatives, and associates. Then, to separate the pretenders from the contenders, take the following steps. Check for their professional credentials. But don't just accept any combination of letters after their name. Look for the hard-to-get acronyms, including CFP for Certified Financial Planner, CFA for Chartered Financial Analyst, and CHFP for Chartered Financial Planner. Other certifications may also be valid, but you want to check to make sure they didn't just get it out of a cereal box or pay a fee to add fancy-sounding letters after their name. Check all candidates' track records with finrod.org and sec.gov to see if any regulatory actions have been taken against them. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Meineke of Jonesboro is now Starks Auto Service, a full-service auto repair and vehicle maintenance center, offering engine and transmission repair, brake service, tires, oil changes, and more, performed by ASE certified mechanics. Starks Auto Service, 2813 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, 870-204-7112. Starks Auto Service, Jonesboro.com.
Teresa Beck, owner of Full Sun Gifts, 606 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro, is a proud supporter of KLEK. Full Sun Gifts offers a variety of gift ideas such as candles, fragrances, bath and body products, makeup, cosmetics, skincare, and more for birthdays, weddings, holidays, and all occasions. Details at Full Sun Gifts on Facebook and Instagram and 870-974-8480.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
Tune in to Community Conversations every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. here on KLEK 102.5 FM. Join host Quabila Jones as she talks to people who are making a difference in the community and learn about the people and organizations that provide services to make Jonesboro a better place. Community Conversations every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. on KLEK 102.5 FM.
First Baptist Church, 700 Kitchen Street in Jonesboro, Reverend Curtis R. Wilson, pastor, presents Spring Revival. The revival will be held Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, May 29th through 31st, 2018. Praise and worship service begins each night at 7 o'clock p.m. Reverend Dr. Dwight D. Townsend, pastor of Longley Baptist Church in Little Rock, is the evangelist for the 3-night service. The public is invited.
The Epic Center, located at 1899 Hasbrook Road, County Road 333, is Jonesboro's newest venue for entertainment for the entire family. They offer an auditorium with theater-style seating for up to 1,100 guests, a large stage, professional lighting and sound, dressing rooms, concessions, and more. Available for weddings, concerts, pageants, birthday parties, showers, and more. Booking and other information is available at Epic Center Jonesboro on Facebook, epiccenterjonesboro.com, and at 870-530-5841.
Check out the Dorinda Clark Cole Radio Show every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Listen as Dorinda plays the very best in contemporary gospel music and interviews all of your favorite gospel artists. The Dorinda Clark Cole Radio Show every Sunday at 4 p.m. on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with our guest, Mr. Tommy Baker of Jonesboro Health and Rehab. And we've been talking about the 6th annual Arkansas Antique Car Show, June 9th, 2018, from 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock a.m. at Jonesboro Health and Rehab, and it's going to take place at 1705 Latourette in Jonesboro. And shout out to Brother Cobbs, who is on our Facebook Live feed. Now, you want to talk about something called Dogs for Dementia. That definitely seems interesting, so tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, Absolute Care and Jonesboro Health and Rehab has got together and collaborated. We're going to start a program called Dogs for Dementia. We're just taking donations for dementia patients, Alzheimer patients. It's a memory care therapy. Pretty much if anybody has dealt with anyone that has Alzheimer or dementia, they typically reflect back on their past. And these dolls, they mostly refer back to the baby. They're talking about the baby. They're talking about children, and or some of the men are talking about their trucks and talk about different things that they've done in the past. So what we're doing with Dogs of Dementia is just a trial period. We're starting this now, just taking donations of baby dolls that's intact. They're not tattered, baby blankets, and we're going to present them to local facilities starting off that has dementia units and Alzheimer units for their residents.
Okay. And if someone has dolls or blankets that they want to donate, how can they donate them?
They can, again, call me or Sharon Craig. Call my cell phone, 870-340-1660. Even at the Arkansas Antique Car Show, we plan to have this bin that's going to we're going to be able to collect dolls and blankets at that time.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask about that. So that will be available if you want to come to the event and bring your dolls, bring your blankets. They will have a bin, as he mentioned, to accept their donations. And of course, they will also accept monetary donations so that they can continue to put on programs like this. Speaking of that, what are some of the other programs that you all may be thinking about for putting on to help benefit your residents?
At this moment, it's the Arkansas Antique Show and this doll for dementia. Just working with the community in that aspect, and we'll see where we go from here.
Okay. And once again, the 6th annual Arkansas Antique Car Show is June 9th, 2018, from 10 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. It is going to take place at Jonesboro Health and Rehab, 1705 Latourette in Jonesboro. It's going to be fun for the entire family, so you definitely don't want to miss that. The phone number for more information is 870-935-7550. Of course, they're going to have a bounce house, they're going to have food, they're going to have all kinds of stuff, all kinds of old school cars. And once again, we want to recognize the sponsors, which is Extended Family Enterprises, Absolute Care Management Corporation, Jonesboro Health and Rehabilitation, Dirksen Hospice, Unity Health, Morningside of Jonesboro, Delta Medical, and Elite Medical Care. All right, so we got about 2 minutes left. Any final comments or thoughts?
Well, I want to thank all my family, friends, the staff at Jonesboro Health and Rehab, and my Facebook followers, and all the KLEK supporters, and I pray you all have a blessed day.
All right, and we definitely thank you, Mr. Baker, for stopping by the studio as well. We definitely encourage the community to come out to this event. It's going to definitely be an event that the entire family can enjoy, so you definitely want to make sure that you have your face up in the place. It is the 6th annual Arkansas Antique Car Show, once again taking place June 9th, 2018, from 10 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Food, fun, and entertainment. Jonesboro Health and Rehab, 1705 Latourette, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72404. Phone number is 870-935-7550. Fun for the entire family. Once again, sponsored by Extended Family Enterprises, Absolute Care Management Corporation, Jonesboro Health and Rehabilitation, Dirksen Hospice, Unity Health, Morningside of Jonesboro, Delta Medical, and Elite Medical Care. So there you have it. And of course, we are getting into Memorial Day weekend. Make sure that you stay safe this Memorial Day weekend. Don't drink and drive. You gotta drink. Get a designated driver. And if anybody's out there barbecuing, feel free to bring a plate by the KLEK studio. We'll definitely shout you out, because we love some good food with some good barbecue.
Yeah, me too. You got my cell phone
already. And of course, we want to once again thank everybody who prayed for Quabila. Quabila will be back next week. The only date we have booked next week is next Friday, but if anybody wants to come on, then we'll have them on. And Quabila will be back, and we thank God for it. We thank God for each and every one of you that are listening and supporting. Have a great day. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.